Good morning, everybody. I'm super pumped that we're going to get this party started. We talk so much about activating our bodies and the power that we have within our bodies when it comes to using our incredible products that we have at LifeVantage. Well, today you are in for an absolute treat. What we're going to talk about today is how you take what you know and how you activate your business. Okay, so first off, I just want to say congratulations and welcome for being here today. This line is officially maxed out. I knew it. This line is maxed out. I love it. So just want to tell you today that I'm super pumped to be on this journey with you because you have made an absolutely amazing choice. I mean, I'm talking, you have made a choice right now that can not only change the course of history for you, but you have made a choice that can help so many other people rewrite their stories. And so right now, wherever you are, it doesn't matter anything that you've ever done before in life. It doesn't matter your resume. It doesn't matter what you went to school for. It doesn't matter where you've worked previously or what zip code you live in. What matters right now is, do you have a burning desire to change your story? Because if you do, if you've got a desire to change your story, you're willing to trust, you're willing to work the plan, you're willing to be coachable and follow this incredible proven system. I'm here to tell you today that not only you can activate you, but you can activate your life. So this company that you just said yes to, guys, this incredible company, LifeVantage, we've only been around for 10 years. And when you talk about what's going on in the world today, in the world of all this crazy stuff going on out there, health and money are at the top of every conversation out there. And so you look at the words biohacking company. Guys, this is a place where people are going right now. The great news is that we are 10 years old. We are not a little tiny startup anymore. We're a very strong, very established company that's publicly held, meaning we don't have one or two people calling the shots for us. We have an incredible board that's making decisions with us. So when you look at the business model of network marketing, you look at our products, the fact that we have got a brand new category of products that helps activate the body, and the fact that the future of the health is now, and the fact when you understand the trends and you understand where people are going, guys, we have hit the jackpot. Okay, I'm telling you, right? Jackpot on the top of your paper right now, because here's the deal. When you combine all these things and you understand the caliber of people that you're going to get to work with on every single day, I'm telling you, you're going to be mind blown. I mean, this company still blows me away every single day, not only by all the products and our corporate staff, but the people that this company is continuing to attract every single day just blows me away, because culture is super important. Imagine your life today being surrounded by positive, like-minded people who want you to win. I mean, think about it. Positive, like-minded people who want you to win, because that, my friends, is what you've got right here. So just a quick, this is me. I'm Cassie Teal. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. My background prior to LifeVantage is corporate America. And I had a burning desire to change my story. In fact, it was, I think about my life prior to LifeVantage, and I was a completely different person. I've been here now for 9 years, and I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for the long haul. And my goal for everybody that I cross paths with, my goal is to help them build their business and rewrite their story, because I'm so grateful somebody thought enough of me to pick up the phone and say, hey, Cassie, you got to check this out. This is going to blow your mind. That conversation right there changed everything for me. It changed it changed the course of history. It helped me rewrite my story. And that is why you are here today. And I'm super pumped, because I'm getting to introduce to you somebody that helped me with this journey. That's been incredibly, just an incredibly big part of all of this happening for not only me, but so many people in my team. Because I'm telling you what, when I started this on my resume, nowhere did it say professional network marketer. Okay, nowhere did it say biohacking expert. Okay, I didn't know anything about this world, but it's people like Dr. Skip Campbell that helped me not only understand I was in the right place at the right time, but helped me build belief in our products, in our company, and in me. And so I'm super, super pumped today that I get to turn this over to him, because here's the deal. He is just like you. He's a husband, he's a father, he's an entrepreneur. His background is chiropractic medicine, so he just happened to understand the body a little bit better than I did. And so by him really explaining to me what we get our hands on, holy moly. But here's what was similar. He also had a burning desire to change his story. And what's really, really incredible about him and his gorgeous wife, Jill, is they have been here since day one. Okay, they've been here since day one. And what I love about these two is they're here for the long haul. Okay, they're here for the long haul, and they've got a massive, massive desire to help other people go get what they want. And also, what's pretty cool about these two is they have achieved the rank of something called Master Pro 10. If you're brand new and you've never heard that before, what Master Pro 10 means is they've helped a whole lot of people go change their life. They've helped a whole lot of people activate their bodies. They've helped a whole lot of people activate their business. And the fact that they're here today to help you do this also is a really, really big deal, because what Master Pro 10 means is these two do, now notice I've got the plus, because they do well over $1 million every single month in their organization. And that means they've got a burning desire to help other people change. So Skip, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna unmute you. Can you unmute from your end? I'm finding you in here. There you are. All right, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, there you are. I love it. I love it. I love it. So guys, I have to tell you, so this is a really, really big deal that we're here today. It's so cool. In fact, I've got butterflies today, because this brings me back to day one. Day one, Skip was one of my very first mentors in this business. And I just did what he told me to do. And my favorite memories of the things you told me to do, Skip, were you kept it very, very simple, but you just had a massive, massive sense of urgency that told me that the time was now and the time was to get to work. And the things that you taught me over 9 years ago have been the absolute foundation of my business. And I'm super pumped that you get to share with everybody today all about like why you're excited, why you're here, and how all of us can take those same principles and take our business to wherever we want to go.
Yeah, I was sitting here listening to you too, and I was thinking about the exact. I remember the first time Jill and I met you and Shane. I remember our first trip up to South Dakota with the windows that wouldn't work. You get all these funny stories when you do network marketing, and when you do it right, and you do it for the long haul. And most importantly, you get all these relationships that you would never have with incredible people like you and your husband. And so it's awesome to be here, and it does bring back memories. So I got to tell you something funny, because seeing as how we're talking about in the beginning, you remember this too. My wife would always say, "Don't embarrass me, don't embarrass me, don't embarrass me." And this doesn't really embarrass her, but she wanted me to shave. And I was like, it's Saturday, man. I don't want to shave. I work for myself, so I don't have to shave. But we were doing a Zoom a couple of weeks ago. It's in the middle of the day, just a regular middle of the day Zoom. And she comes in and she goes, honey, go brush your teeth before the Zoom. And I'm like, is my breath so bad that it offends people on the Zoom? On the other side of the country, I got to go brush my teeth before the Zoom. But I don't know if she understands the thought process behind the Zoom. But I'll tell you, thanks for that introduction. It's really nice. Am I up? Is 9:30 our stop?
You know what? You can go. So you got 30 minutes, man. You talk whatever you want.
I just wanted to make sure I don't want to be out overtime. But of all the people ask me all the time, of all the things that, you know, what's the one thing? What's the one thing you did? What's the one thing? And I'll tell you right now, it's what you already said. It's just urgency. I couldn't sleep at night, man. I felt so much urgency. I felt urgency because of something one of my mentors told me, which is that our network is already out there. Our group of, depending on how long we're willing to work and how hard we're willing to work, of thousands and hundreds of thousands of distributors is already out there. They're already connected. Now we need to connect to them, and we need to connect them to each other. The group's already out there. The connections just need to be made. The people are in place. The people who are ready to listen are already out there. They're already listening. Are they listening to you? Are they listening to somebody else? Those connections have already been. Are they connecting with you, or are they connecting with someone else? That idea that my group is out there but somebody else could find them before I did, scared the crap out of me. And literally I would go to bed at night asking myself, who outworked me today? Did somebody outwork me? Did somebody make that one extra phone call? And I'll tell you another thing too, Cassie, I make this joke. I've made it 100 times, but it's real. It's a real circumstance. In our company, we have one of our master distributors, a guy named Brandon Cunningham. And Brandon joined, several months after I joined. And he should have been in my group. I didn't know Brandon, but I knew somebody who 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 knew Brandon. That guy should have been in my group, and he's not. And every time I see him cross stage, it makes my stomach hurt that I didn't work hard enough to get to that guy, that I didn't work hard enough to get him. But it was because of our urgency that we worked hard enough to get ourselves a Pro 10, and we did it in 30 months. And so what I want to talk to you guys about, or what I was supposed to talk to you guys is about what and why. And this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite training thing, and I'll tell you why. It's my favorite training thing because I think if you own this, then none of the rest matters. I honestly totally believe that. Now, if you have this and all the rest, it'll make it easier. But this is all you need. Meaning, if you have a powerful what and a powerful why, and, which I'll teach you today, you know how to use it, you'll figure all the rest of the stuff out. Now, if you have a mentor who's going to help you, it'll speed things up. My wife and I hit Master Pro 10 in 30 months because we had a powerful what and why, and then we had mentors that brought all the information and got it in front of us and taught us how to use all that stuff. But even if your mentor died tomorrow, if you have a powerful enough what or why, you're going to figure this out. That's what having a powerful why means. You'll walk through a wall. You'll do whatever is necessary. And that's what I want to teach you guys today, and how to connect to that why. Now, I want to tell you I want to start by telling you my what and why is going to be very similar to a lot of your whats and whys. And I think you got to be careful when you figure out what your what and why is, that it's not just the canned answer that you think or other people think you're supposed to have, because it needs to be, there is no wrong answer when you're doing a what and a why. This is your what and why. And I used to break them up. Now I put them together. What and why are the same thing, pretty much, but there's no wrong answer. So you have to go with what moves you. You have to have a what and a why that will get you off the couch, not me off the couch. I'm already off the couch. You got to figure one out that gets you off the couch. Mine was my family. Now people say, oh, my family's my what and why too. But that's not good enough. You have to get to the what and why about that. Why? What about your family? Why your family? What about you? What do you want to do with them? What you got to peel it's like peeling an onion. You literally need to peel the what and the why back. I'll give you some questions you can ask yourself to get there to the point, maybe like peeling an onion, you'll start to cry just a little bit. And then when you get to that what and why, we'll talk about in a minute, you have to be able to use it. Okay. But I want you to also sum it up. I don't want you to have to recite your what and why if it's 2 paragraphs long every single day. I want you to be able to sum it up though. And I also want you, if you're new on this call, or if you're training people who are new, to have that what and why mailed to the enroller. I need to know if I've enrolled you what your what and why is. For a couple of reasons. One is I want to find out really how powerful your what and why really is. It's something we can adjust later. You might be starting with people who are brand new in business and have been employees their whole life, and there's nothing wrong with being an employee. But what we have to become to be paid professional network marketers is self-motivating, self-starting, personal developing entrepreneurs. And if you've been an employee your whole life, you might not know how to do that. We have to help you cross that bridge. Well, if you go to Costco, and I did this, I got really, really good service from a guy one time at Costco, and he was his assistant manager. And I asked him what his why was. And he goes, I want to excel and I want to do a good job. And I said, no, you're missing the question. Right now, I see that you're married. And he said, yeah. I said, how many kids do you have? He goes, 3. I said, right now, you are away from them. You're not near them. You're here giving this company your time, your most precious commodity. Why are you doing that? Why are you spending time away from them? And he said, and it inspired me, Cassie. It literally gave me chills. I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. He said, well, I have to pay the bills. And I went, oh, wow. How inspiring. What a purpose-driven life that why is. I didn't say that to him, but I thought that. And I said, you know what? Somebody lied to you, brother. Somebody sold you a bill of goods. You do not have to come here 8 hours a day, every day of the week to pay the bills. You don't have to do that. That's a lie. There are a lot of us who are spending time with our family and paying the bills just fine. A lot of us. So a lot of people have that mentality. They were raised by that, by people who told them to study hard and get good grades so they could go to good school and get a good job. That's not what life's about. There's more to life than that. And if you can help them connect to their what and their why, you just might awaken a giant. And so what was my family, and I peeled it back. I wanted to be able to spend quality time. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be a present, okay? I wanted to be able to leave a legacy, you know? And so I summed it up into the sentence. I wanted to be able, and it's gonna sound selfish, but it is what it is. I wanted to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want, as often as I want, with whomever I want. That's it. Meaning I wanted to be able to take my family to the Bahamas for a week, all 16 of them, not have to care about what it costs or how much the food is. Come back from the Bahamas, unpack and say, you know what, let's go to Hawaii now, and turn around and go to Hawaii. I wanted to be able to do that. That was my what and why, my why. It drove me every single day. When I laid on my bed at night, in my pillow at night, it's the last thing I thought of, and when I went to bed, it was the first thing I thought of in the morning. It became who I am because I looked at it all day, and because I lived an intentional life. We architected that what and why into reality. It was no longer something I wrote on a board. It became our reality. Now I've had to change my what and why, and the reason is because we can do that now. I could do that. I could hang up this Zoom right now, gather everybody up, buy flights, it wouldn't matter what it cost, and go to Hawaii right now. So I had to change my what and my why, and it's exactly what Cassie said. Now I feel like I'm Morpheus. If you haven't read the movie, watch the movie Matrix, I want to be Morpheus. I want to run around and unplug as many people as I can, unplug them to the reality, awaken them from their sleep, and unplug them to the reality that their life is their life, their minutes matter. And if you're giving them to somebody else, you are losing. And you don't have to be doing that. That if you can figure out a way to pay the bills, to live a life that inspires you, that makes you want to wake up in the morning, you can have all of that stuff with this great company. And by the way, I don't think it's ever been better. We keep saying that, and I know people think, oh, that's got to of course it's better. No, I don't think it's ever been better. And I'm not going to make light of what's going on in the world right now. But listen, it is what it is. Right now, people are hurting all over the place. And I'm not telling you to run out and say, I told you so, but I'm telling you people are hurting. There are people you talked to 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago who said, you know what, I don't want to do network marketing, man. I got a job. I got a good job. What could possibly happen? Maybe even God can sink the Titanic. What could possibly happen? And then like that, their job is not so good anymore. And they're getting a check from the government. Now, I'm proud to say I didn't get a check from the government. I didn't qualify. And so it's just never been better. If you could marry the idea of changing genetic expression through nutrition, the future of new supplements, with the idea that you can create something that is pandemic proof. Man, listen, nobody knew what COVID was a year ago, or pandemics. We didn't know how they could turn an economy and a country and a world upside down. Marry those two ideas and start right now preparing for the next one. That's what I would do. But to get to your what and why, so that when somebody tells you no, you keep going anyway. When your family tells you you're crazy, you keep going anyway. You got to go into a room. You have to unplug. You got to do your chants, your mantras, your prayers, your whatever you do. Turn off the phone, turn off the TV, and unplug from the world. And don't just jump into it, but literally take a minute and throw all this crap out of your head, the past. It does not equal the future. You may have been here for 3 years and not had what you want. I still want you to go. If you're not progressing right now, I want you to go into the room and I want you to clear everything out of your head. All the doubt, all the thoughts. Remember who's the father of all those things. Clear all of that out of your head. And I want you to just meditate for a minute and think about some of the things that you're really grateful for in life. And I really hope that this is one of them, this opportunity. I'm gonna tell you, and I'll bet you Shannon Cassie will say the same thing. Jill and I thank God for this company in every prayer that we say. at night. Everyone. I hope that this opportunity is one of the things that you're really, really grateful for, whether you've been here for a year or a day, because it will, if you allow it to, it will change the person that you are. And if you don't change the person that you are, you're not going to change your future. You have to change your activities. You have to change what you focus on, and we become. That's what we do at LifeVantage. We become. So once you can do that, think about a couple of things that you're grateful for. I want you to realize gratitude and fear can't live in the same person at the same time. Be grateful for a couple of things, whether it's your health, whether it's your family, whether it's this opportunity. Be grateful for a couple of things. Start every day like that, by the way. And then think, what do you want to get out of this? Why are you doing this? I'm going to tell you a quick story. There's a story, and it's, been around network marketing for a while now. But a woman in Atlanta, Georgia, rolls her SUV off of an over-ramp, getting off the freeway in the rain. And when she gets up, when she comes to, her 4-year-old son is pinned underneath the SUV. Even if it's an MDX, small SUV, let's say. And she gets out in a panic, and she picks up that SUV, and she pulls her 4-year-old son. We've heard stories like this all the time. It was her why that allowed her to do that. It wasn't training. It wasn't her going to the gym. It wasn't it was her why that allowed her to do that. She might have torn every muscle in her back, and she doesn't give a crap. It was her why that allowed her to do that. Her why was, my 4-year-old son is pinned underneath this car. Come hell or high water, I'm going to move it. And she did. She couldn't do it today. She can't do it tomorrow. She could train for a year. She couldn't do it. Your why will allow you to do miraculous, outrageous things. You have to have a why like that. So you got to peel that onion, and you got to figure out what really moves you. Whether you're a dude or a woman, I don't care. You have to figure out what brings a tear to your eye, what really excites you, what really moves you. You have to pretend for a moment that you don't have a job, that you have to go to pay the bills, and you have to ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? You have to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. You just have to do that. This is why the phone is in the other room, so it can't ring and interrupt you. The television is off. You just need to be you. You need to figure out what motivates you. We all are motivated by something different. I wanted to be the world's best husband and the world's best grandfather, father and grandfather. I'm going to be the world's best grandfather because I'm never going to miss anything. Never going to miss anything. I'm going to be there for everything. I'm not going to miss a single baseball game. No man is going to tell me whether I get to go to my son or my grandson's ball games. Not going to happen. And so I came up with that why by asking myself questions. If your why is your family, why? Well, I love my family. I want to spend forever with them. Why? I went through every one of them individually. I peeled the onion, and I came up with that one sentence. I want you to do the exact same thing. If it's not your family, maybe you want to leave a legacy. Maybe you want to get active in politics, or you want to get active in philanthropy. Who knows what it is? But you got to ask yourself questions. You got to get to the point where you have something that really makes your heart flutter just a little bit. If it doesn't, you're not done. You can't come out of the room yet. It has to. On top of coming up with that why, you have to come up with your what. Your what is simple, I think. This is the easiest way to get to what. If the phone rings tomorrow and your 6 numbers win the Powerball, and on Monday morning, $375 million gets deposited into your bank account on Monday morning, stay in the room, okay? The outside world is out there, okay? The outside world is the world that was created just to make you a piece of it. The inside this room is you creating your world, okay? Stay in your room. Don't come out after your why. Write your why. If you had $375 million in the bank, what does that do for you and your family? I want you to think about it for just a second. Now, we're going to go somewhere with this, but I want you to think about that for just a second. Everybody's going to get just a little excited with the thought of having $375 million in their bank account. Most people are just going to lose that money just as fast as they got it, almost. What you're going to do is you're going to take that fact that you have $375 million in the bank right now, and you're going to transfer that into understanding what it does for you. Like, Let me ask you some simple questions. Where do you live if you have $375 million in the bank? Where's your house? Mine's in St. George, Utah. It used to be in Denver, Colorado, but now it's here. This is where I want to live. How big is it? How many bedrooms does your house have when you have $375 million in the bank? I'm going to give you a hint. The answer to all of these questions is whatever you want, because you have $375 million in the bank. So I want you to think, how many bedrooms do I have? Do I have a mother-in-law's quarters? I have a mother-in-law quarters. It's just in Boise, Idaho. Got a pool? You got a gym? You have a theater? Think about it. I want you to walk through your house, room by room. Here's the moral of the story. We're going to architect our future, and then we're going to show you how to get there. We're going to architect it. I architected my future. Cassie's architecting her future. We're going to help you get there, but we have to know where there is. We have to have business plans. We have to. So I want you to walk through the rooms of your new house. If it's in Maui or whether it's in wherever you want it to be, I want you to put it there and then walk through every room. And I want you to think about it. What does your theater look like? Well, do you have a slide in your pool? I have 2 slides. You know? I want you to ask yourself, what kind of cars are in the garage? Any kind you want. What kind of car is in your garage? Is there one car too? Do you have a Lamborghini? Is that you? Do you have a Porsche Cayenne maybe? I don't know. There's no wrong answer here. Don't feel bad. Don't let the world trick you into thinking it's bad. It's greedy. That's all baloney. I have a Mercedes AMG 63. It's the fastest car I've ever been in. It's a 4-door. It is stupid fast. If you come to my house, I'll take you for a ride. It will blow your hair back. I promise you, it will make you uncomfortable when I slam the gas. I promise you. What's in your garage? What kind of clothes are you wearing? When you walk around your house, what kind of clothes do you see yourself on? You're going to wear a 3-piece suit and a tie? There's no wrong answer, man. You don't have a boss. You're your boss. What kind of clothes do you have on? What makes you comfortable? What kind of clothes do you like? What kind of shoes do you wear? I want you to ask yourself that question. But here's the most important question you got to ask yourself. This is the number one, okay? What are you going to do with your time? It's yours again. You own it now, finally, again. You own your own time. Right now, you don't. Somebody else owns your time. You have to exchange it for money so you can pay the bills. Right now, you do not own the most precious. It's not your health. It's not your religion or your country. I know those things are awesome answers, but without time, none of those matter. Okay, if I take all your time from you right now, I don't care what religion you are, you can't live it. I don't care what health you have, you can't live it. You have to have your time. It's the most precious thing you have. It's one of the only things you can't get back. If you're not healthy, you can get healthy. If you're not rich, you can get rich. If you're not religious, you can get religious. You cannot get time back. You have to buy it back. So what are you going to do with your time? You need to figure it out now. I'm going to wake up on Monday morning and I don't have a job to go to. What am I going to do? Well, you know what you're going to do? I'm going to give you a hint. Whatever you freaking want to do. You worked hard, and now you get to do whatever you want to do. What I want to do right now, my wife want to do, we want to help other people get whatever they want. That's what makes us do calls now. What do you want to do? There's no wrong answer here. I want you to literally, in your mind, live a day in your mind. I'm going to wake up, maybe work out. My wife and I work out every single day together. Every day, except for Sunday. And then you're going to come home and you're going to figure out, you're going to go do some grandparenting stuff or some parenting stuff. You're going to go to a movie. You're going to go bowling. Maybe you take up tennis or horseback lessons. I golf just about every day. Okay. I go to matinees. You know, some of you don't know this, but they do movies in the middle of the day on a weekday. It's our $5. So there's no wrong answer here. You can do whatever you want. When you figure all of that out, that house, those clothes, those cars, that lifestyle, that daily spending of time, you got to fill your time with something, things that you're passionate about. Whatever you're passionate about, that's what I want you to write on the piece of paper. And I want you to go reverse engineer this sucker now and figure out, how much money do I need to have that house in Hawaii with those? If it's $75,000 a month of income, then that's the number you write down on the paper. Because now that number means something. That's just some number that you don't think you're ever going to get, and you don't know what it really is anyway. It doesn't mean anything to you right now. I want it to mean something. I want you to look at it, and I want you to see the house and the clothes and the car. I want you to be able to smell it and breathe it in and live it. If you can believe it for just this long, we can help you get it. Okay? So that's how you figure out what those two things are. And more importantly, now let's talk briefly about how to use those. The next thing you're going to do in your little startup thing with your enroller is you got to go databasing, man. You got to start writing down names. Now, I'm going to give you a hint. You should never stop this. This and promoting to the next event are the two skill sets that you can learn that are going to make you more money than anything else you can ever think of. If you can become a great promoter, making sure that all the people you know about this Zoom, making sure that all the people you know about the next upcoming opportunity meeting. If you can become a great promoter and a great databaser, then your pipeline of people to talk to will never run dry and your business will always boom. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to database. Well, if I said database right now to the average person, go sit down and write down 200 names, that's exactly what they're going to do. Go write down as many names as you can. That's exactly what they're going to do. They might sit down and they might kind of give it a little bit of a half-hearted effort to write down as many names as they can. And I promise you, everyone on this Zoom, if you came to me after 4 hours and said, here's my list, this is everybody I can think of. I used the yellow pages. I used the memory jogger. I used everything I can think of. Here's my list. I promise you, if I then turn around and pin your son under a car and say, we'll pull him out when you double the size of that list, it'll be done in an hour. It'll be done in 10 minutes. You have to learn now that you have a powerful what and a powerful why, how to take that what and why and apply it to every action you take in this business, like databasing, like inviting, like presenting. You have to learn to be passionate about all of these things. And your what and your why. Everybody always said this. You're so passionate about it. Yeah, my what and my why make me passionate about it. Your what and why need to make you passionate about this. So don't just write the letter. Eric Albertson used to say this, do this deal, and it's a little harsh, but if you come to me with your little list of database names and say, here's 250 names, it took me 6 hours, and then I cock a shotgun and say, get me 100 more in the next 15 minutes, I'll bet you come up with 100 more. Why? Because I have a shotgun in my hand. Your why is different. So use your why when you do this database. Now, keep this thing with you wherever you go, because you're going to be driving down the road and you're going to see a car or hear a song or see your old school and someone's name's going to pop in your head and you're going to write that name down. You're going to become a professional databaser. In fact, your goal should be to add 3 new names to that list every single day. 3 new names to your database list every day. There are people all over. They lock them in buildings for 8 hours a day, every single day, and they're not allowed to leave. They have to have permission to eat lunch. Go meet those people. Talk to those people. You don't have to enroll them today. You don't even have to talk about LifeVantage. You can just get a name, a Facebook name. You can get whatever. Just start to build relationships with 3 new people a day, every single day, and then take 3 people off that list every day by putting them on a tool, putting them in front of Cassie, putting them in front of your upline, getting them on a Zoom. Take 3 people off the list every day, replace them with 3 new people every day. Don't go to bed without doing it. And then you can rest your head on the pillow and know that you did enough today. Do 3 a day, every day. You cannot fail if you will do 3 new people a day, every day. It sounds simple. It's not. It's easy, but it's difficult. We'll show you how to do it. You've still got to do it. But if you can do it, 3 a day, every day, 3 new people, and get 3 people off the list every single day, we're going to teach you all the rest you need to know. We're going to turn you into a master distributor. It will happen. It will happen as sure as the sun comes up tomorrow, as long as you are coachable, don't quit, and have so much urgency that you feel like you're going to explode. Now, you don't have to have that much urgency. If you want it to take 10 years, that'll take 10 years. But if you have a ton of urgency, you could get this done in 30 months. We did it. We proved it could be done. There's nothing special about Jill or I. If we did it, you can do it. If you've been in this for 4 years, you are 30 months from becoming a Pro 10. If you will just do what we teach you to do, if you'll do it with urgency, if you'll do it with what and why, you're 30 months from being a Pro 10. Every one of you, you just have to do what we did. That's it. You have to do what we did. And I just told you what we did. So I appreciate you guys being on here. I really do. I appreciate the opportunity, Cassie. I hope that's what you were looking for. It's fun. It's really fun. The other day, honestly, not to blow, I don't want to make your head too big, but to listen to you guys on the call on Tuesday, if you guys get on the monthly Tuesday calls, you're missing. But Cassie and Shauna, I was secretly just a little bit proud. I was just a little bit proud, just a little bit, not because, I mean, you guys are you because you're you, but you still, just to have a little piece of that. I was like, man, listen to that. Listen to those girls go. Those two they've got it. They've figured it out. So it was awesome. And I appreciate you having me on, Cassie.
So, oh my gosh, Skip, that was so awesome. I've got so many notes. I'm going to ask you one more question before we wrap up today. And by the way, guys, right after this call, this is designed to lead into the Success Mastery training. Okay, and so really what this is, Skip just gave you a seriously amazing explanation of where this all begins, your why and your what. What Success Mastery is going to do is give you a little more information at the next level. Now you're going to get to hear interviews from other top leaders. You're going to get some coaching. So make sure that you dial into that training right after this. It starts at 11 a.m. Central. But Skip, let me ask you this question. In your business, all these things that you just talked about, that you and Jill did, how important was the word consistency in all of this? Because let's face it, life gets busy, right? There'd be days where you didn't feel like doing it. There'd be days where you'd have a hectic day in the office, or maybe you didn't feel good. I mean, how important was consistency in helping you guys get what you wanted in 30 months? Oops, hold on, you're muted. I'm going to unmute you again. Hold on, you're still muted. I think you have to.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you are.
Okay. So one of the things I said, or a couple of things I said, was absolutely true. First off, my wife and I were grateful every day. Every day, this is not a joke. I don't think there's been a single day since we got involved that we didn't say, express gratitude in prayer for us, however you do it for you, every day for this opportunity and for this company. I went to bed and I woke up every single morning. The last thing I thought about before I went to bed was my what and my why. And the first thing I thought about when I woke up was my what and my why. Our goal was to put new people on our list every day and to take new people off our list every day. The truth is, for the 30 months that we were going from 0 to Pro 10, we took Sundays off so we could rest and recoup. And every other day of the week, there wasn't one day or maybe even a couple of hours that went by that we weren't building our business. Too many people think there's a meeting on Tuesday and there's a training on Saturday. I'll work those 2 days of the week and then hopefully my company will grow. And it will. It will just take it 20 years. You wouldn't open a McDonald's and be open on Tuesday afternoon and Saturday morning and expect to make money. So we were open, meaning we were doing the things that we needed to be doing. Adding people to our database list, taking people off our database list, following up, planning meetings, doing phone calls, doing things like this every single day. And I can't think of anything more consistent. So the answer to your question is, if you do this right, if you plug into your what and your why, and if you plug into your upline, I don't know how long you guys want it to take you. I wanted it to take me, well, I can just tell you, and Cassie can probably remember this, others on here too. It never happened fast enough. Jill and I made it in 30 months, and I was pissed because I wanted it to be 28. It never happened fast enough. I never looked at my back office and went, I'm growing fast enough today. Never. It was never good enough. So we had a ton of urgency, but we worked every single day. I looked at my back office. I refresh every day. I refresh 3 or 4 times a day. I know how many distributors I'm going to put in today. By the way, speaking of that, we put in as a group, this group put in almost 10 times as many distributors last month. No, not 10 times, 200 times. I'm sorry. It was a different stat. 200 times as many distributors last month as the month before. In fact, this group was over half of all the new distributors in the whole company. And you guys pat yourself on the back. It was never enough. But you're so right. If you get this, if you really get it and you really start to understand it, listen, the science will come. Understanding the comp plan will come. The business structure will all come. all of that other stuff will come. If your what and your why, your passion is high, you'll talk about this every day. Once you do that for a couple of weeks in a row, it'll just become who you are. It's just a habit. It'll just start living inside you. It will get to the point where, and my wife will tell you this story exactly the same. Her and I are sitting in a restaurant in Indianapolis airport. Just sitting there waiting for our plane. It's delayed. And some guy sits down and he looks over at us and he goes, "Listen, can I ask you a weird question?" And I said, "Sure." And he goes, "What do you guys do?" And I was like, I told him what we do. And he goes, there was just something different. That's a true story. It becomes who you are. Now, pretty soon, you become the network marketer who's temporarily paying his bills as an accountant, or the professional network marketer who's temporarily paying his bills as an attorney, or as a custodian, or as a teacher, or as a whatever it is you are. Well, you've got to get to that point, but the way you do it is by you got to spend more time, more consistency doing what you want to do than what you have to do. You have to make this life yours. So you have to be consistent. You got to work every day, and I want to say every day. Honestly, I don't want you to pick up the phone for 3 minutes tomorrow and make one invite and go, "I work today." That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. This needs to become you. This needs to grow inside of you. If you don't believe in yourself, the one thing that we all have in common as leaders is that I have never met anybody yet who can't be a Pro 10. I've met a lot that won't be because they won't allow themselves, but everybody I've met can be. That we believe in you. We believe in you right now more than you believe in you. I see people on here right now that I've known for a long time, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why they're not Pro 10s yet. There's something. But every one of you has the ability to be a Pro 10 if you can just take that what and the why and become that. Plug that into your cells, and then just start living that every day. Live that life every single day. Be consistent in your actions every day. 3 in and 3 out every day. Don't even go to bed. Don't even think about it without doing it.
One last question. You're going to love this one. I can't believe I didn't even ask you to talk about this. But timing is everything. When you and Jill went from zero network marketing experience, from 0 to Pro 10, there was a global economic crisis going on.
Yeah.
When you grew the fastest. Can you explain to everybody right now how what's going on in the world right now actually can help them grow faster than ever, and how right now is like truly the best time to be building?
Well, you know what? I think that you're exactly right. I think that timing is everything. And first off, by any definition of the word timing in network marketing, we don't even have 125,000 distributors in the United States of America, a land of 360 million people. And so as far as network marketing goes, man, we kind of have the best of both worlds. We have a company that is publicly traded. The stock went up pretty nice this week. And we're not going anywhere, but still nobody knows about us. You didn't know about us before you heard about us. If you're brand new on here, you didn't know about us a week ago. Nobody knows about us yet. We're still a pebble. But combine the fact that we now know what we're doing, and we have the financial backing to survive and thrive in an economic situation like right now, with the fact that we have the world's only supplement, and it's not a supplement, but everybody understands that word, that can activate gene expression, improve health and wellness naturally. Combine those two with the fact that we're in a world economic crisis right now. Those three things have not come together like this since the first day. I mean, they literally haven't. And the difference is that first day, this is the truth, by the way, the first day, we didn't even know what, no one ever said Nerf 2. We didn't know Nerf 2. We didn't know. We knew the supplement lower oxidative stress. That's all we knew. We had 2 peer reviews. It would lower oxidative stress. That's it. Today, we know. We know how important glutathione is today. And right now, it's never been more important than it is today. We know our product upregulates glutathione production. We just didn't have that back then. So I know it's going to sound phony, but yeah, it's way better than it was in the beginning, man. In the beginning, we didn't have Zooms and we didn't have webinars and we didn't have the internet. Al Gore hadn't invented it yet. We didn't know how the comp plan was going to work. We didn't know. It's way better today. It's just way better. It's there should be somebody who hears our voice and hits Pro 10 in 30 months. And honestly, it can be any one of you if you'll just desire for that and work every day at it. But the story, the company, and the hardships out there are all tides in your favor, not buffeting against you. They're all pushing you. Those winds are pushing you towards that goal right now. And you should hoist the biggest sail you can to capture that momentum. It's absolutely true.
What I also love, and this is what I'll close with, is when I started Skip, I remember the very first incentive you promoted to me was enroll 5 and I can get you in a meeting with a guy and you can listen to him talk. Okay, so I enrolled 5. I made $1,000 on how the comp plan worked, and I got to go to a meeting. Like, I got a ticket into the meeting, okay? Today you enroll 5 platinum packs. Our company's going to pay you $2,000 up front, right? Because that's how the comp plan works. You're also going to qualify for this new incentive. Skip talked about, being early. Nobody knows about us. But the fact, guys, we just got some amazing news that we are a debt-free company, and our company is putting a bunch of money on the front end of our comp plan right now through incentives to pay people more money. People want better health. They want more money. So guys, now is the time. I'm super, super grateful for all of your mentorship, Skip, and for everything you've taught me. I appreciate you teaching me it's okay to talk fast and talk excited. But thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything you've done for this team. Guys, thank you for being here today, because this tells me one thing. You've got massive belief. You've got belief that this is possible. So today I'm going to challenge you to do what he just told you to do. And what that's going to do is, it's important to have belief here. It's important to have belief in our company. But what he just told you to do is going to put the belief right here and help you take this to the moon. So God bless everybody. Have a great, great Saturday. You got 15 minutes before the next coaching opportunity. So hop on to Success Mastery, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.